All right. This live is about why you say you want to write a book, but don't follow through. And this is true for so many people. If I had $1 for every person that has told me they want to write a book, and then even when I give them advice, even step by step advice, they don't follow through, they procrastinate, they just don't do it. So, why is this the case? Why do so many people, and this doesn't even just apply to books, this applies to so many things, okay? Any kind of achievement, any kind of goal, fitness, business, anything, spiritual growth, personal development, it applies across the board. But I'm using writing a book as an example because this is what I've helped so many people with, and I've been in this world of writing and helping people write for a while. So why don't people follow through with writing a book, even if it's something that they claim they really want to do and it's something that's been in their heart for a long time? Here's why. It's because they don't face it. And here's what I mean by that. It's twofold. They don't face the book idea fully. That's number one. And number two, they don't face their self-sabotaging narratives around it. So they don't face what's driving them, the goal, fully, and they don't face what's blocking them. So of course, they're not going to follow through and write it then. So here's what I mean by facing the actual book. It's facing the essence of your book, tuning into what it really is, because every idea is like a living being. So when you create space and tune into that idea, that essence of the idea, it's powerful. It drives you. That's when you get that really deep reason why you're doing it. You tune into your why. So when you create the space to acquaint with the essence of your book, it drives you on a deeper level. And this is why people who achieve great things, they have such a deep drive. They have such a powerful why. And it's oftentimes because they create space to acquaint themselves with that. So a lot of people don't do this. They have this vague idea and they keep it vague because they kind of just avoid it. They don't really give it the space to express and to integrate in their mind how it wants to. And so of course you're not going to follow through because then it always stays this just vague idea, a vague dream. And a vague dream without like some kind of specifics to it, it just becomes a daydream that never gets done. One of those ideas that people talk about for years, but you'll talk to them 5 years later, they still haven't written their book. So that's one. They don't face their book idea. They don't allow it to come through fully. And then the second part of this is they don't face their forms of self-sabotage. All right, so instead of just procrastinating or putting it off or whatever, face why you're procrastinating, why you're not doing it. Have the courage to look within yourself and be like, what is it? What's holding me back? Is it perfectionism? Is it the fear of what other people think, the fear of failure, even the fear of success? Because what if this is successful and people view me differently? Is it doubt? What's really blocking you? Acquaint with that as well. Because if you don't fully face your blocks, they're going to run your life. And they already run most people's lives. Most people are run on self-sabotage and fear. Some sort of those narratives, because that's what's keeping them safe, keeping them in their comfort zone, keeping them in mediocrity. All right? And how you do this, it's the same. You create space and be like, wow, this perfectionism is holding me back. I'm really doubting myself, and that's causing me to stall and not even outline my book. So face it and treat it like children. So this is similar to like inner family work. There's a lot of different kinds of spiritual and psychological work, but like treat it like a child. Let's say you have doubt. Treat the doubt like a child. Like, hey, I know you want to do this. I know you're trying to protect me. I see that, but you're not in charge here. I see you. but you're not in charge here. I'm not letting you run the show. And you can focus your doubts on things that, might actually take my life. Some real threats or protecting people that might actually be in danger. Shift your focus there, but also know that you don't run the show. So it's like having that inner conversation with your doubts, with your self-sabotage, with your fears, whatever it may be. You got to create the space to do that, or it's going to run your life and cause you to not even try towards certain dreams, or it'll sabotage you at some point until you face it head on. So that's the 2-word summary of this is face it. And again, this applies to achieving any goals, creating anything. You need to face it. You need to face what that goal is, what that idea is fully to allow it to integrate and deepen your why. And you need to face your blocks, your self-sabotage, because if you don't, they're going to hold you back. They're going to pull on you from the shadows. They're going to cause you to take the easy route. They're going to cause you to quit. And usually it's subconsciously. You won't even realize it happened until you're like, oh, it's been 3 months or it's been another 3-5 years and I still haven't written that book. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that gets to the end of their life and it's like, wow, I just coasted through in my comfort zone and I didn't actually do what I came here to do. Don't be that person, all right? So if you want an on-ramp to this, check out my Divine Right program. It's a holistic step-by-step system to write your book from the soul. So we're not fixated on the surface level copy-paste tactics. Yeah, there's step-by-step systems that'll help you write a book in as little as 3 months. I've used it to write over 20 books, but that's not all there is. There's meditations, there's guided writing sessions, there's exercises to help you tap into and express the truth of your soul. Because that's my intention with the course. Yeah, it's cool to have a book. It's cool to have your name on a book. It's cool to build a brand with your book, make money off books, whatever your more surface level stuff may be. But it's so fulfilling to tune into the wisdom of your soul and express it in the form of a book and then share it. That is one of the best feelings of like the human experience. So that's the intention, to help you tap into and express the wisdom of your soul and share it in the form of a book. That's why I put that together, because I know what it feels like, and people have come up to me like, hey, can you help me with it? Can you help me with it? And I ended up giving so much of similar advice that I turned it into a course that uses my system. But again, I like getting deep with it. Yeah, some surface level tactics are necessary to help you and to provide structure and some clear guidance. But the real magic is when you tap in and you acquaint with the wisdom of your soul and you express that. So, where can you find it? Wherever I can put the link, wherever you can see this video. Wherever I can put the link in my bio on certain platforms. If I can link in the comments or the description, I'll put it there. So if you want to write a book, stop hesitating, stop stalling. Don't delay your dreams for another lifetime. Face it. Really, face it. And if you want an on-ramp to doing that, check out my Divine Right program. All right, that's it for now. Much love, everyone.